I don't care that my sister is homeless and may lose a limb. If that makes me a bad person, so be it. My sister is a drug addict. Me, 29 female, her, 30 female. She's never had a legal prescription for opioids. She's never had an injury that would mean she needed them. I haven't spoken to her in almost a decade. My parents are still in contact with her. I'm tired of them enabling my sister and trying to get me to reestablish contact. My parents have informed me that my sister is homeless again and she is close to losing a limb. Maybe I'm a bad person, but I don't care. They told me the drug supply in the US is contaminated and it has now made its way to our province and tainted the supply. There is some kind of tranquilizer in them that makes limbs rot and die. They want to move my sister into their house and say they need my help to pay for rehab again. When she first started using drugs 11 years ago, I gave up my measly savings to help my parents pay for her stay in rehab. I participated in family therapy. As soon as she got out, she went right back to using drugs. She told me she would trade my life for drugs. After that, I cut off contact. Since then, she's been to rehab again. She's been to prison, she lies, and steals. This isn't the first time she's been homeless. I don't even know number of times she's overdosed. The most insane part of this is that has been told by multiple doctors she will lose her limb if she continues to inject drugs into it, but she keeps on doing exactly that and injecting drugs. Even the threat of losing a limb isn't enough to stop her from using. I told my parents I don't care and they are angry. But I also told them to never mention her to me ever again. If it makes me a bad person, so be it. She's dead to me and I'm sick of my parents enabling her. She is selfish and I want nothing to do with this. TLDR, my drug addict sister is homeless and might lose a limb because the drug supply is contaminated. I told my parents I don't care. If that makes me a bad person, so be it. Update 117 days later. It's not much of an update, but I, 29 female, have decided to take a step back from my parents, 55 female, 55 male, because my sister, 30 female, is dragging them down with her and they won't stop trying to bring me into it. Even after I told them multiple times that I don't want to help her again or even hear about her. They just can't leave me alone and I don't want to be dragged down with them. I've decided I'm not going to spend Christmas with them. They are upset I won't help my sister and that I'm skipping Christmas, but I don't care. I don't have any other family, so I offered to be on call for work so other people can have the day off. I'm an electrician and I'll get paid double time if I get called in, plus I get paid for being on call. I have felt so relieved ever since I made the decision to skip Christmas with them. Also, to reiterate what I said in my last post, I don't care if not helping my sister makes me a bad person, so save your comments about having compassion for her. Also, this wasn't a case of her having an injury and a legal prescription that got out of control. By her own admission, she started taking opioids at parties and because it was fun. Now the drug supply in our province is tainted and she's been told by doctors she will lose her limb if she keeps injecting drugs into it. And what does she do after hearing that information? She continues to inject drugs into that limb and won't stop using drugs. She has no one to blame but herself, and if I'm a bad person for saying that, so be it. Final update 2 months later. Just a warning that some people may find this next bit to be disturbing. The limb is gone. My sister had to have it amputated not long after my last post. It's been almost 2 months since she lost the limb and she is still using drugs. Losing a limb wasn't enough of a wake-up call. She did not go to follow-up appointments and didn't go to rehab. Instead, she went to the streets and is continuing to use drugs. My parents had been letting my sister stay with them because she ended up homeless again, but she would either leave to go back to the streets or bring drugs into the house. I took a step back from my parents and was low contact because they wouldn't stop asking me to help her and also to pay for her rehab again. Now I have completely stopped talking to them because they say it's my fault what happened to her. Multiple doctors told my sister she would lose that limb if she kept injecting drugs into it. Yet she continued to inject drugs in that limb. Somehow it's my fault though. I was so angry when my parents said that. I had already been in no contact with my sister for a long time over her drug use. Now it will be the same for my parents. As far as I'm concerned, they all burned that bridge and there's no going back. I'm done with the 3 of them. To reiterate what I said in my last post, I don't care if not helping my sister makes me a bad person, so anyone telling me to have compassion for her can save it. Also, this wasn't a case of her having an injury and a legal prescription that was out of control. By my sister's own admission, she started taking opioids at parties and because it was fun. Now the drug supply in our province is tainted, and the doctors warned her several times what would happen if she kept injecting drugs. Even after everything that happened, she is still using drugs. She's the only one responsible for what happened to her. What do you guys think? Let's discuss in the comments. Follow and like for more stories.